কোথায় আছে? नेट नहीं है? प्रियांशु महांती, सावित्री बिंदानी, इप्सिता, अर्णपूर्णा, रश्मिरंजन, शुभलक्ष्मी, प्रियव्रत, देवश्रिता, अनिता, रितेश, गणेश, अनिता सम्मल, सौम्यरंजन, नम्रता सम्मल, भवानी, रश्मिता, सुचिस्मिता, दीप्तिकांत माझी, प्रीतम राहुल, सुशील कुमार, लिपुन साहू, शक्ति प्रसाद, आशुतोष माझी, शाश्वती बराड़, अमायरा, श्रावणी, संदीप समल, कृष्णचंद्र, शुभस्मिता, बद्रीनारायण, अमृता, शिखा, स्नेहा, सूर्या, Lipun sound number 10, I have doubt on integration. I will tell you in the integration class, okay? And today I will teach you increasing and decreasing functions. So in integration class I will tell you. Akanksha Pradhan, very good. Jyotiranjan, Deeptiranjan, Jasmine, Bagmi, Itisri, R. Sipon, and 60 students are watching now, but the only like is 32. Is not it? Please wait, only 69 students have joined. You should wait at least 2 to 3 minutes, and it is only 9:01. Sujata Raut, level 1, question number 10 means from integration. Today I am not taking the class of integration. So on Saturday perhaps I'll take the integration class. On Saturday you can ask me. Okay. Sorry, Saturday it is there'll be puja, Ganesh puja, Ganpati puja on Saturday. So the next class I'll try to take in on Saturday, Sunday. So, good evening everybody, and today I will teach you about increasing and decreasing functions. See here, first of all I will tell you the definitions and concept. After that I will tell you how to solve the problems, what are the conditions for increasing and decreasing, and then we will do the problems. And before that I will tell you some concepts. That means if you will use those concepts, then within 1 minute you can solve the problems. Every problem can be solved within 1 minute. Any increasing decreasing functions can be solved within 1 minute if you will apply some concepts. And that is you have read in class 11th. Okay, so see here. Today I am going to tell you about increasing and decreasing functions. Let us see here. If I am telling you some concepts on inequality, and please concentrate on those concepts. So see here, x square minus 5x plus 6 is greater than 0. You have to find out the value of x for which x square minus 5x plus 6 is greater than 0. Clear? So how to find out quickly? That means within one line you have to find out. Okay, see here. This quantity actually x minus 2 into x minus 3 is greater than 0. And first of all find the value of x for which this quantity will become 0. That means x minus 2 into x minus 3 equal to 0. That will become x is equal to 1, x is equal to 3. So draw the number line. This is infinity. This is minus infinity. So x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 3. Because 2 is less than 3, so you should keep 2 on the left hand side and 3 on the right hand side. And what is the coefficient of x square? Whether it is positive or negative? It is positive. So you should find the sign of highest power of x, whether it is positive or negative. So now it is positive. So come from right. Positive, negative, positive. One example I am giving you, the particular case. Then you can apply directly. This interval is greater than 3, and this interval is 2 to 3, and this interval is less than 2. Clear? So let us take an element from this interval. So let it be 5. In between 3 and infinity, 5. So 5 minus 2, it is positive. 5 minus 3, it is also positive. So positive into positive, it is positive. Clear? Then between 2 and 3, 2.5. Let us take an element in between 2 and 3. That means real number. So 2.5 minus 2, it is positive. 2.5 minus 3, it is negative. So positive into negative, it is negative. So I have written negative. So now, less than 2, it is 1. So 1 minus 2, negative. 1 minus 3, negative. So negative into negative, it is positive. Clear? So now you have to find out the value of x for which this expression is positive. Greater than 0 means it is positive. Greater than 0 means positive. So positive is either in this interval or in this interval. That means x belongs to minus infinity to union 3 infinity. And you should put an open interval. This should be open interval. Always put open interval, not closed interval. And all these things you have read in class 11th. Exactly same things already you have read. Okay. So first of all, factorize this one. Either it is a quadratic or cubic or fourth degree, any degree. You should factorize. Then find the critical points. 2 and 3 are the critical points. That means this expression should be equal to 0. First of all, equate this expression to 0. So that you will get 2 and 3. So write 2 and 3 on the number line. So this end is minus infinity, this end is plus infinity. So then find out the sign of the highest power of x. Here the highest power of x is x square and its coefficient is positive. So from right hand side, right, in this interval is positive, then alternate sign. This will be negative, this will be positive. So and your requirement is what is the value of x for which this quantity is greater than 0. Greater than 0 means positive. So either this interval or this interval. And in set theory already you have read or means union. So I have put a union sign here. Either this interval or this interval. So this interval is minus infinity 2. So you should put open interval, union, and this interval is 3 infinity. So you should put union. Open interval. Okay. So see here. It will be a cubic equation. For example, x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3 is greater than 0. That means put a number line, infinity, this is minus infinity. Then x is equal to 1, x is equal to 2, x is equal to 3. So 1, 2, 3. There are 4 intervals. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 intervals. And if you multiply, what will be the coefficient of x square? Whether it is positive or negative? Simply x into x, it is x square, that means plus x square. Then plus x square into x, it is plus x cube. That means the sign of x cube is positive. So positive, negative, positive, negative. Let's check it. Whether the signs are correct or not. Okay. Here, in between 3 and infinity, let us take a point. In between 2 and 3, let us take an element. That means 2.5. 2.5 minus 1, it is positive. 2.5 minus 2, it is also positive. 2.5 minus 3, it is negative. So positive into negative. So it is negative. So you should put the alternate signs. And here you should write, if this quantity is f of x, so you should write, this is sign of f of x. So sign of f of x is this one. So here the value of x is, your requirement is positive. So either this interval or this interval. And this interval is 1, 2. So 1, 2 open interval, union 3 infinity. 3 infinity. That means see here. This one, this interval is positive, this interval is positive. So if I tell you to choose a positive number, that means you can choose, see the language, you can choose a positive number from this interval or from this interval. You can choose a positive number from this interval or from this interval. That is why I am putting union sign. Clear? Now I have told you the meaning of derivative. What is the geometrical interpretation of derivative? That means what is the geometrical meaning of f dash x? It is the slope of the tangent. Slope of the tangent. See here. This is a line L. If this line makes an angle theta measured in anticlockwise direction, one thing, very important thing, Many students, that means approximately 70 to 80 students are saying that increasing, decreasing and maxima minima are very difficult chapters, and 80% students are omitting those chapters. And if you omit those chapters, you cannot read BSc or BTech. Clear? So if you want to do BSc or BTech after plus 2, that means after class 12th, so you should be thorough on increasing, decreasing and maxima minima. Okay. Actually, in day-to-day life, it is very, very important. And without maxima minima, without increasing, there is nothing in the world. No, you cannot do anything. Clear? So, see here, if the line L makes an angle theta with the positive direction of x-axis and measured in anticlockwise direction, then slope of this line is equal to tan theta. Slope of this line is tan theta. And already it is known to you, if you will measure the angle in anti-clockwise, it is positive, and if you will measure in clockwise, it will be negative. Clear? So for example, this angle is 30 degree. If you will measure in anti-clockwise direction, it will be plus 30, and if you will measure in anti-clockwise direction, this will be, if you will measure in anti-clockwise direction, this one, it is positive, and if you will measure in clockwise direction, it will be minus 30. Remember, in anti-clockwise direction, it is plus 30, and in clockwise direction, it will be minus 30. Okay, remember those very important points. So f dash x means tan theta, which is equal to slope of the tangent. And some important concepts first of all I am telling you. What is the value of E? Nearly about 2.71. Clear? And in case of exponential function a to the power x, in a to the power x, this is an exponential function. A cannot be negative, base cannot be negative, and base cannot be 0 also. Already it is known to you from class 11th. In a to the power x, from class 8th already you have read. A is greater than 0 and A is unequal to 1 also. A is positive and A is unequal to 1 also. It cannot be 1 also. Okay. Now, an exponential function, it is always positive for all x. For example, 2 to the power x. If we will put x is equal to any positive or negative or 0, if we will put 0, 2 to the power 0 is 1, so it is positive. And if we will put 2, then 2 to the 2 is 4, it is also positive. And if we will put 5, minus 5, 2 to the minus 5, it is 1 by 2 to the 5, which is equal to 1 by 32, it is also positive. Clear? See here, some students do not know if a quantity is greater than 0, whether it is positive or negative. Some students do not know even if a number is greater than 0, whether it is positive or negative. Greater than 0 means positive, less than 0 means negative. Again I am repeating. If a number is greater than 0, then it is positive. If a number is less than 0, it is negative. So see here, 2 to the power x, I am telling you. If we will take x is equal to 0, 2 to the power 0 is positive because it is 1. And if we will take any positive number, for example 5, 2 to the 5 is 32, it is also positive. And if we will take minus 5, 2 to the minus 5, it is 1 by 2 to the 5, 1 by 32, it is also positive. That means for all x belongs to R, if x is any real number, root 2, root 3, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, any number, minus 1, minus 2, then this quantity is always positive, remember. And again, the maximum value of sin x, it is less or equal to 1. Sin x is always less or equal to 1. It cannot be greater than 1. Cos x also less or equal to 1. The maximum value of sin and cos are 1. They cannot be greater than 1. Then another point, log a to the base a is equal to 1. Remember those things. That is why I am telling you, if you remember certain data, certain information, if you remember, then you can do easily, very, very easily. Okay. Log a to the base a is 1 and log 10 to the base 10 similarly is equal to 1. And now see here, log x to the base e. If you want to convert base e to base 10, already you have read in physics and chemistry, it will be 2.303 log x to the base 10. If you want to convert log base e to base 10, so this is the rule. You should remember, log x to the base e is equal to 2.303 log x to the base 10. Okay, now log x to any base a should be greater than 0. Should be greater than 0 because log 0 is undefined and log of negative is also undefined. So this quantity x should be always greater than 0. And I have told you a is greater than 0 and a is unequal to 1. Why a is unequal to 1, I am going to tell you. Log 1 to any base a is equal to 0. Log 1 to any base is equal to 0. And there is a formula already known to you. Log a to the base b is ln a by ln b. And ln I am writing for base e. Any base you can take. That means log a to the base c divided by log b to the base e. And if b is equal to 1, if b is 1, then it will be ln 1 and ln 1 is 0 and something by 0 is undefined. Clear? So that is why I have written a is unequal to 1. Okay. Now again, a is greater than 1 because a cannot be negative, I have already told you, and a is greater than 0. A is greater than 0 and unequal to 1. A is greater than 0 and unequal to 1. That means the value of a may lie between these two or between these two. A either greater than 1 or it may lie between 0 and 1. There are two possibilities. Log x to the base a. So the graph will be like this. Like this the graph. It will not touch the y-axis. It will not touch the y-axis. In this case, the y-axis is set to asymptote. Clear? And this is the graph for log x to the base a when a is greater than 1. And if a is less than 1 means in between 0 and 1. The graph will be like this. For a is greater than 1, the graph will be like this. And for a is less than 1 and greater than 0, the graph will be like this. And in both the cases, the graph does not touch y-axis. Tends to infinity. Here also infinity. Clear? And in this case, as the value of x tends to 0, the value of log x to the base a will be minus infinity. Remember, if the base is greater than 1, then log 0 will be equal to minus infinity. And if the base lies between 0 and 1, log x to the base a, when x approaches 0, that means log 0 will be equal to infinity. Clear? That means if the value of x approaches 0, this value will approaches infinity. And in this case, if the value of x approaches 0, the value of log x to the base a approaches minus infinity. Clear? So You should remember this one only, because this case is not necessary for increasing and decreasing. Only this case is necessary, because you will deal with log x to the base e only. That means ln x. And e is equal to 2.71. That means greater than 1. So this quantity, base is greater than 1. So only you have to remember this graph. Clear? In between 0 and 1, the value is negative. In between, that means when x is greater than 0 and less than 1, log x to the base a is negative. You may write also less than 0. And when x is greater than 1, log x to the base a is positive. So these things you should remember. Okay, see here. These are the concepts which you should remember before entering into the chapter. Okay, so let us see here. Very, very interesting chapter, this one. You should keep patience while writing the definitions or while understanding the definitions. See here, I have drawn a graph, and let us move the tangent from this point like this. The tangent will move like this. See here, and after some time it will become like this. That means it will be parallel to x-axis. Then after that the tangent will move in this direction. Clear? So at this point we may say that in normal, class 1 or class 2 students may also say that this curve is increasing because you are going up the hill, and at this point that neither increasing nor decreasing. Then again you are decreasing. That means you are coming down the hill. Clear? Here you are going up the hill. That means you are increasing. The curve goes on increasing, and here the curve goes on decreasing because you are going down the hill. Clear? So let us see here. If we draw a tangent here, then the tangent will make angle theta here, and theta is acute for us. And if theta is acute means 0 to 90. If theta is within 0 to 90, so tan theta will be positive. Clearly understand? If theta is acute, that means if the value of theta lies between 0 to 90, then tan theta is positive, because in the first quadrant all are positive. Clear? So that means the slope of the tangent is positive, and the slope of the tangent is positive means derivative is positive. If y is equal to f of x, then f dash x is positive. Clear? And at this point the tangent is parallel to x-axis, and if the tangent is parallel to x-axis, I have already told you in tangent and normal the slope will be equal to 0. So at this point, let this point be C, and this point be A, and this point be B. Then at the point C, the slope of the tangent is equal to 0, because the tangent is parallel to x-axis. Then after that, see here, at this point I am taking the tangent, any point, and here it will extend, and you are making an angle theta here, and this theta is measured in this direction, clockwise direction. So it will become negative, and tan of minus theta is minus tan theta. That means slope will be negative. You will draw the tangent, and the angle which it makes with positive x-axis is measured from x-axis. See here. Again I am telling you. You should measure from x-axis. And if you want to measure this angle, see here, this one. So you should measure in this direction, from x-axis towards the line, because the line is moving this in this direction, and here the line is moving in this direction. Okay. So tan of minus theta is minus tan theta. So in this case, f dash x is less than 0. This one I have given the conditions, but what is the definition of increasing and decreasing functions? Let us see here. And that is a very interesting definition. See here, I am taking this one as x1 and this one as x2, and this one y is equal to f of x, and the graph is equal to y is equal to f of x, and the corresponding value of x1 is, the corresponding value of x1 is f of x1, and the corresponding value of x2 is f of x2. Now, what is the relationship between x1, x2 and f of x1, f of x2? Already you know this graph is increasing. And what is the relationship between these two? x1 is less than x2. Implies if x1 is less than x2, then the corresponding value of x1, the functional value of x1 is f of x1. So f of x1 is less than f of x2. Here x1 is less than x2, and the corresponding value of x1, the functional value of x1 is f of x1, and f of x1 is less than f of x2. Clear? Because f of x1 is below f of x2. So this should be less than f of x2. So this is the definition of increasing function. And you may say strictly increasing. Strictly increasing. See here, x1 less than x2, f of x1 less than f of x2. Same. Sign is same. x1, x2, x2, and sign is same. So in this case you can say strictly increasing or simply increasing. And if x1 is less than x2, implies f of x1 is lesser equal to f of x2. So this one is monotonically increasing. Monotonically increasing. And what is the difference between these two? See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on. It is strictly increasing. Continuously it is increasing. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. This is not strictly increasing. This is monotonically increasing. Increasing, but not strictly, because these two are equal, 3, 3. That means if the graph will go like this, it is strictly increasing. And if the graph will move like this, that is monotonically increasing. Because at this point, these are the 2 points having same value of y. Clear? Parallel, then further it increases. This type of function is said to be monotonically increasing. So simply combining these two, we can write, if we combine these two, we can write like this. See here, x1 is less than x2 implies f of x1 is less or equal to f of x2. This is the definition of increasing function. Clear? x1 is less than x2, f of x1 is less or equal to f of x2. Now, what is the definition of decreasing function? Y is equal to f of x. Here the graph is decreasing. Clear? So see here, this is x1, this is x2, and the corresponding value of x1 is f of x1, and the corresponding value of x2 is f of x2 here. So what is the relationship between x1 and x2? x1 is less than x2, and here I am writing f of x1. Here I am writing f of x2. And what is the relationship between these two? F of x1 is greater than f of x2, but it is above f of x2. So greater than, the sign changes. If the sign changes, then this is the definition of decreasing function. And here you may say strictly decreasing. And for monotonical decreasing, x1 is less than x2 implies f of x1 is lesser equal to it is greater or equal to f of x2. This is monotonical decreasing, and you may say this one is strictly decreasing. And combining these two, we may say x1 is less than x2, f of x1 is greater or equal to f of x2. This is for decreasing function. Okay, so this is all about the definition of increasing and decreasing functions, because in some cases, if you apply the definition, it will be very, very easy. That means instead of 2 pages, you can solve it within 3 to 4 lines. I will tell you, today I will tell you. So now, already I have told you the definition of increasing and decreasing functions, and I have explained here under what condition the graph is said to be, curve is said to be increasing, under what condition the curve is said to be decreasing. If the derivative is positive, then it is increasing, and if the derivative is negative, it is decreasing, and if the derivative is equal to 0, at that particular point, that means corresponding to C, the curve is neither increasing nor decreasing. Remember, if the derivative is positive, again repeat yourself, if the derivative is positive, then it is increasing. If the derivative is negative, it is decreasing. And if the derivative is equal to 0, at that point, the graph is neither increasing nor decreasing. Clear? And that point is the partition. At that point, you can partition the whole interval. Clear? That means, from A to C, the graph is increasing, and from C to B, the graph is decreasing. Clear? If I say, what is the nature of the graph between A and C? You will say, sir, it is increasing. And if I say, what is the nature of the graph between C and B? You will say, sir, it is decreasing. And if I say, what is the nature of the graph between A and B? A and B, neither increasing nor decreasing. Because half portion is increasing, half portion decreasing. Clear? See here again. In between A and C, if I will say what is the nature of the graph between A and C, it is increasing. And in between C and B, it is decreasing. And in between A and B, it is neither increasing nor decreasing. It is neither continuously increasing nor continuously decreasing. That means in that case, you will say that, sir, it is neither increasing nor decreasing. Clear? So now point is that if I will say find the intervals, again see here, I will tell you the problem. While solving the problem, I will tell you the detailed steps. And those cases I am telling you now. If I will tell you the find the intervals in which the graph is increasing and the interval in which the graph is decreasing. So first of all, you have to find out the derivative. Then put derivative equal to 0. So that you will get the point C. Clear? So now in between A and C it is positive, so it is increasing, and between C and B derivative is negative, so in this case it is decreasing. Clear? Now the definition is that a function is said to be a function f of x is said to be increasing at x is equal to c if f dash c is greater than 0, and decreasing at x is equal to c if f dash c is less than 0. That means this is the definition for increasing and this is the definition for decreasing, and these are the two conditions. These are the two conditions for increasing and decreasing at a particular point. At particular point, that means at x is equal to c, whether the graph is increasing or decreasing. If the derivative is positive, then it is increasing. If the derivative is negative, it is decreasing. Okay. So see here. Now from the very beginning I have told you that I will take only a few seconds to solve the problems. F of x is equal to x square plus 2x minus 5. That means you have to find out the interval in which the function is increasing and in which the function is decreasing. Simply find the derivative f dash x. It is 2x plus 2. Clear? And already I have told you, put f dash x equal to 0. That means 2x is equal to minus 2, so x is equal to minus 1. So put the number line, draw the number line, infinity, this is minus infinity, and you should write sine of f dash x. Clear? And here it is minus 1, and the coefficient of, you are writing the sine of f dash x, and here f dash x, the coefficient of x is positive. So this one is positive, this one is negative. Let us see here. If a number is greater than minus 1, that means 2. 2 to the 4, 4 plus 2, it is 6. And if a number is less than minus 1, that means minus 2. So minus 2 into 2, it is minus 4 plus 2, it is minus 2, so negative. So in this interval it is decreasing, in this interval it is increasing, over. In this interval, it is the sine of f dash x, that means derivative is negative in this interval and positive in this interval. I have told you, if the derivative is positive, it is increasing. If the derivative is negative, it is decreasing. Here the derivative is negative, so in this interval it is decreasing, and here the derivative is positive, so in this interval it is increasing. Therefore, f of x is increasing in minus infinity minus 1, sorry, it is decreasing, and increasing in minus 1 infinity, over. Your question is completed. Let us see another question. F of x is equal to 2x cube minus 12x square plus 18x. See, this is a third degree equation I am taking. F dash x equal to how much? 6x square minus 24x plus 18. So I have told you equal to 0. Take it as equal to 0. Then take 6 common. It will be x square minus 4x plus 3 equal to 0. So this one is 6. X minus 3, x minus 1 equal to 0. I am doing the factorization directly. So draw the number line. Directly draw the number line. Minus infinity, this is infinity. So x is equal to 3. X minus 3 equal to 0 means x is equal to 3. And x minus 1 equal to 0 means x is equal to 1. So 1, this one is 3. And you should write sine of f dash x. Here f dash x, here the value of f dash x is this one. And the coefficient of x square is positive. Coefficient of x square is positive. So put positive, negative, positive. Clear? Derivative is positive here. Here it is positive, here it is negative. That means the graph is increasing in these two intervals and decreasing in this interval, over. Your problem is completed. See here? Therefore, f is increasing in this interval or this interval. Minus infinity 1 union 3 infinity. And decreasing in this interval 1 3. Clear? So okay, Sandeep is asking that if the highest power of x is negative. Okay, I am giving you same example. I am giving you. F of x is equal to 18x plus 12x square. This is minus 18x plus 12x square minus 2x cube. I am taking like this. Clear? So f dash x is equal to how much? Minus 18, then plus 24x minus 6x square. Clear? So f dash x equal to 0. So take minus 18 common. It will be minus 6, sorry, minus 6. So x square minus 4x plus 3 equal to 0. That means minus 6 into x minus 3, x minus 1 equal to 0. So it implies x is equal to 3, x is equal to 2, 1, sorry. Then infinity, this is minus infinity, then x is equal to 1, x is equal to 3. Then now you should write sine of f dash x. And here f dash x, the sine of f dash x, highest power is x square and this sign is negative. So negative, positive, negative. Clear? So in these two intervals it is decreasing, in this interval it is increasing. Clear? So f of x is increasing in 1, 3 and decreasing in minus infinity 1 union 3 infinity. Over. So if anybody has any doubt, then tell me. The network is slow, so I cannot do anything. Sandeep, what happened? I have told you why a cannot be 1. Because see here, in exponential function, why a cannot be negative? See here, a cannot be 1. So a to the power x is equal to, if you will take I have told you, a is greater than 0 and a is unequal to 1. See here, let a to the power x is equal to y. Then if I will convert it to logarithmic function, x is equal to log y to the base a. So again it is equal to ln y by ln a. If a is equal to 1, then log 1 will be 0, something by 0 is undefined. So this a is same as that this a. So a cannot be equal to 1. Clear? Now tell me. Then now, is there any doubt? Please tell me. Class 12 students, tell me. If there is any doubt, then tell me. I'll proceed further. In case of increasing function, see here, always in this case, always you should use the open brackets. That means open interval, not closed interval. In this case, always you should use the open intervals. Clear? Shiv Sundar Panda. Not closed brackets, only open interval is applicable. The function is strictly increasing or strictly decreasing, or simply monotonically increasing or monotonically decreasing. Clear? But you are writing the value of x. I have told you the functional value is less or equal to, I am writing x1 is less than x2, f of x1 is less or equal to f of x2. But you are writing the interval for x1, x2, not for functional value. So why you should write the closed interval? You should always write the open interval. Clear? The functional value, in the case of functional value, I am writing equal to sign. But in case of x1, x2, I am writing strictly less than or strictly greater than. Anita someone, if you get the value of x is negative means? See here, Savitri is asking that why you should use the open bracket. Because see here, another question I am telling you. You should be clear about that. The graph is like this. Now in between A and B, A and B, at this particular point, at the particular point A, can you say? Because the graph, I have not drawn the further graph toward this one, whether the graph is going this one or moving this one or moving straight or anything, we cannot say anything. So at that particular point, because at that particular point the derivative is 0, that means 0 means, already I have told you that it is neither increasing nor decreasing. F dash x equal to 0 at point A and B, the derivative is 0. 0 means is neither increasing nor decreasing. That means for a, let us consider the real number line. 0 is neither positive nor negative. 0 is neither positive nor negative. So you cannot include 0 in the positive interval or you cannot include 0 in the negative interval. It is neither positive nor negative. So at that particular point, the derivative is 0. But I have told you, if the derivative is positive, then it is increasing. If the derivative is negative, it is decreasing. But at that particular 2 points, the derivative is 0. That means it is neither positive nor neither increasing nor decreasing. So you should use the open interval. Clear? Now tell me. In case of increasing, decreasing, in both the cases, you should use the open interval. Same reason. Because at those two particular points, 2 point, 3 point, 4 point, infinite number of points. At those points, the derivative is 0. That means, if the derivative is 0, it is neither increasing nor decreasing. Remember, if the derivative is positive, it is increasing. If the derivative is negative, it is decreasing. But if the derivative is 0, it is neither increasing nor decreasing. Clear? Again, some questions I am going to tell you. F of x is equal to e to the 2x on R, on real number set. Whether the function is increasing or decreasing, you should tell only. Whether these functions are increasing or decreasing on real number set. See here, f dash x equal to how much? What is the derivative of e to the 2x? E to the 2x into 2, because the derivative of 2x is 2. And exponential function is always positive. And 2 is positive, so it is greater than 0. So derivative is positive on R, or you may write for all x belongs to R. Therefore, f is increasing on R. Then second question, f of x is equal to e to the power 1 by x, where x is unequal to 0. And what is the derivative? Simple derivative, e to the u, that means e to the power 1 by x into derivative of 1 by x. And what is the derivative of 1 by x? It is minus 1 by x square. Minus 1 by x square. And exponential function is always positive. And x square is positive because square is there. X is unequal to 0. That means x can be negative, can be positive. So negative square is positive, positive square is positive. So this total quantity is positive and minus sign is there. So it is less than 0 for all x unequal to 0. Clear? So therefore, f is decreasing because it is always less than 0. Next question, see here. F of x is equal to, sin x on 0 pi by 2. So find the derivative. F dash x equal to how much? derivative of sin x is cos x. Clear? And 0 to pi by 2 means it is in the first quadrant, and first quadrant all are positive, so it is greater than 0 for all x belongs to 0 pi by 2, and positive means increasing. Clear? F is increasing. F is increasing. Now same question, but the interval is changed. Pi by 2 to pi. Pi by 2 to pi means it is in the second quadrant, and second quadrant cos is negative. Already it is known to you ASTC rule. In the second quadrant, sine and cosec are positive, and it is cos, so cos is negative. So in this case you should write it is negative, and negative means f is decreasing. Clear? Then the third question, it is 0 to pi. Same function, but interval is 0 to pi. So in this case, we cannot say whether it is increasing or decreasing, because from in interval 0 to pi, half portion is positive, half portion is negative. Clear? 0 to 90 it is positive, then 90 to 180 it is negative. So here f is neither increasing nor decreasing. Clear? Then another question. Very interesting question. F of x equal to log sin x on 0 pi by 2. Very, very interesting question. So simple question. Log sin x, log u, 1 by u du by x, 1 by sin x, into derivative of sin x is cos x, and this is cot x, and the interval is given in the first quadrant, and in first quadrant all are positive, so cot x is also positive. This is greater than 0 for all x belongs to 0 pi by 2, so increasing, f is increasing. I have told you that hardly it will take few seconds, not minutes. Only 10 seconds or 12 seconds I am taking. Clear? Another question here. It is same question. F of x is equal to log sin x, but interval is pi by 2 to pi, second quadrant. That means f dash x equal to, as I have already told you, 1 by sin x into derivative of sin x is cos x. So cos x by sin x, it is cot x, and cot x is it is negative in the second quadrant, because I have told you ASTC rule. In the second quadrant, sine and cosec are positive, it is cot, so it is less than 0 for all x belongs to pi by 2 to pi. So f is decreasing. Clear? Next is here, f of x is equal to x minus sin x when x belongs to R. F of x or x minus sin x, x belongs to R. And what is the derivative? Very simple. Derivative of x is 1 and derivative of sin x is cos x. And already I have told you the maximum value of cos x is 1. So this quantity cannot be greater than 1. So this total quantity is greater or equal to 0. Either equal to 0 or greater than 0. It cannot be negative. A minus B will be negative if B is greater than A. If B will be greater than A, then this quantity will be negative. Cos x cannot be greater than 1. So this quantity cannot be negative. Cannot be negative means either greater than 0 or equal to 0. Clear? So here you can write for all x belongs to R. Therefore f is increasing. Clear? Then another question. Who can tell me? Cos square x 0 pi by 2. Please tell me the answer. I am giving you some questions. F of x is equal to x minus 1 into e to the power x plus 1 when x is greater than 0, and this is number 1, this is number 2, and number 3. F of x is equal to tan inverse x minus x when x belongs to R, and number 4, f of x will tend to the power x when x belongs to R. Now please do it. What will be the answer of number 1? Increasing or decreasing? Bhavan is saying that first one is decreasing. Okay. All of you are saying that first one is decreasing. So let us check whether the first one is decreasing or increasing. So what is f dash x? Cos square x, derivative is cos x to the power 2. Cos x to the power 2. 2 cos x into derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So minus sin x. So it is minus 2 cos x into sin x is sin 2x. See here. Take any point in between these two, from 0 to pi by 2. Let us take a 45 degree. Okay, 0 to 90 it is given, I am taking 45 degree. So 45 degree into 2, it is 90 degree, and sin 90 is 1. So negative sign is there, minus 1. So it is less than 0 for all x belongs to 0 pi by 2. Clear? So it is f is decreasing. Very easy. Actually simply put the value, you will get the answer. Then second one. Second one, tell me. Subhajyoti is telling that second one is increasing. One is saying that second one is increasing. Anita Samal is saying that second one is increasing. Let us check it. F dash x. F dash x is equal to UB product rule. So x minus 1 into derivative e to the power x is e to the power x plus derivative x minus 1 is 1 into e to the power x, and derivative 1 is 0. So open the bracket, x into e to the power x minus e to the power x plus e to the power x. These two cancel out, x into e to the power x. Here it is given that x is positive. So since x is positive, so this quantity is positive and exponential is always positive. So this is greater than 0 for all x greater than 0. So the function is increasing. F is increasing. Then the third one, who can tell me? Third one is decreasing. Subhajit. Sandharani Samal is saying that third one is decreasing. Savitri is saying that third one is decreasing. Shiv Sundar, Saudamini, they are also saying that this is decreasing. Okay, let us take it. F dash x equal to tan inverse x, that means 1 by 1 plus x square minus derivative x is 1. So take the LCM, 1 minus 1 minus x square divided by 1 plus x square. So minus 1 plus 1 cancel out, minus x square by 1 plus x square, and this quantity is positive and minus sign is there, so it is less than 0. So f is decreasing. Clear? Now the fourth question. The fourth question was f of x is equal to 10 to the power x, x belongs to R. Tell me, what will be the answer? Fourth one is increasing. Susri Swagatika, Saudamini, Mr. Bhavani. All are saying that no. Susil Kumar is saying that decreasing. Devasita is saying that decreasing. Rasmiranjan is saying that increasing. That means some are saying that increasing, some are saying that decreasing. Okay, let us check it. F dash x. Is it 10 to the power x? Log 10. 10 to the power x into log 10. And base is always, it is known to be base e. Because in derivative and integration, in all the formulas, the base is e. So don't confuse. Okay, whether you are writing log or ln, anything, but the base is e always. So 10 to the power x into derivative x is 1 into log a to the base e. Here a is 10, log 10 to the base e. And this quantity is positive. And 10 to the power x is positive, so it is greater than 0. That means f is increasing. And some are saying that it is decreasing. How? Devasita was saying that it is decreasing. How it is decreasing? Because I have told you the graph. This one is 1. After 1, it is positive. And in between 0 and 1, it is negative. And 10 is greater than 1, so it should be positive. Another question. F of x is equal to x minus bracket x. That means greatest integer function I am taking in 0, 1 open interval. Who can tell me? Two students cannot understand my teaching. That's why they have disliked it. Yes or no? Those who cannot understand, they can ask me questions. Shiv Sundar Pandey is saying that neither increasing nor decreasing. And Bhavan is saying that increasing. And Anita Samal is saying that neither decreasing nor increasing. Okay, let us check it. And what is the definition of bracket x? That means greatest integer function. It is equal to n if x is less than n plus 1 and greater or equal to n. If x lies between n and n plus 1, the lower limit is the value of bracket x. Here, x lies between 0 and 1. X lies between 0 and 1. And if the value of x lies between 0 and 1, so what is the lower limit? 0. So this quantity will become 0. Clear? So any point, you can take any point within 0 and 1. So the value of bracket x will become 0. So now f of x is equal to x, because in this interval, particularly in this interval, the value of bracket x will be 0. So only you have to find out the value of derivative of x, and the derivative of x is 1. So it is greater than 0. Clear? So the function is increasing. And if you apply the definition also, I can prove it. See here. If somebody will ask you to apply the definition, see here. Let us take two numbers in between 0 and 1. Simply, it will be better for you how to tell other students so that they can understand very well. 0.2 is less than 0.5. Clear? So, now f of 0.2 and f of 0.5. Let us check it. F of 0.2, it is 0.2 minus bracket of 0.2 and this one, and what will be the value of this one? Bracket of 0.2 is 0, so simply 0.2, so this quantity is 0.2. Clear? And this one is 0.2, I have written here, and this is 0.5 minus bracket of 0.5, and bracket of 0.5 is 0, so it will become 0.5. So this is 0.2, this is 0.2, so 0.2 is less than 0.5, so it is increasing. Clear? Now see here. Y is equal to sin x. Find the intervals. In which the functions are increasing and decreasing. So this is your question, and the first bit is y is equal to sin x in 0 to pi interval. And for this, if you want to find out the interval, I have told you, remember, first find the derivative, then derivative equal to 0, find the points where the derivative is equal to 0 and draw the number line and insert the points in the number line and then write the signs of derivatives, whether it is positive or negative. Clear? So I am telling you here, what is dy by dx? Derivative sin x is cos x. So dy by dx is equal to 0 implies cos x is equal to 0. So it implies x is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2 for n belongs to z. This is definition in the trigonometric equations. Clear? Cos x is equal to 0 implies x is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2 for n belongs to z. So but you have to write the points between 0 and 2 pi. If you put 0, n is equal to 0, it will be pi by 2. Then if you put n is equal to 1, it will be 3 pi by 2. These are the 2 points. Then if you put 2, it will become 5 pi by 2. Clear? So these are the 2 points in between 0 and 2 pi where the derivative is 0. So simply draw the number line. This is infinity, this is minus infinity, and these two are pi by 2, 3 pi by 2. Clear? And in this interval or any interval in between pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, whether cos x is positive or negative, in between pi by 2 to, if x is greater than pi by 2, greater than 90, cos x is negative. So this is negative, that means this will be positive, this will be positive. Alternate signs. Or put greater than 3 pi by 2. Always there will be alternate signs in this case, because this is a trigonometric function and the known value you should put. If it is unknown to you greater than 270, so simply put a value greater than 90, because cos x, the value of cos x is negative if x is greater than 90. That means in between the 90 to 3 pi by 2. And again another trick I am telling you. Zero, this is pi by 2, this is pi, this is 3 pi by 2, and this is 2 pi, like this. This is the graph of cos x. You can use this graph also, because you want the sign of the derivative, not the sign of the given function. You want the sign of the derivative. Clear? See here, 0 to pi by 2 it is positive, 0 to pi by 2, that means minus infinity. It is, sorry, it is given 0. Interval is 0, and this one is 2 pi. So 0 to pi by 2 it is positive, and pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2 it is negative, then 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi it is positive. This one is positive, and up to this one it is also positive, and this one is negative. Clear? So this one is positive, this one is positive. So in the question it is given that closed interval. The endpoints are given closed interval. So you should put a closed interval in this case. Clear? So no, you cannot put the closed interval, because at 0 it is neither increasing nor decreasing. So in this case also you should put a open interval. So y is increasing in these two intervals, 0 pi by 2 union 3 pi by 2 2 pi. Clear? And y is decreasing in pi by 2 3 pi by 2. Clear? Another question I am giving you. So you have to remember the, see here, trigonometry equations is also essential for trigonometry functions, and for exponential functions you should remember the conditions. Y is equal to ln x when x belongs to r plus. Who can tell me the answer? Whether it is increasing or decreasing, and in which interval it is increasing? Anita Samal is saying that please again, sir, which one? Decreasing. Okay. dy by dx, it is derivative log x is 1 by x, and x it is given the r plus 1, that means positive real number. So x is positive real number, so 1 by x is also positive real number for all x belongs to r plus. Therefore y is an increasing function. Clear? X is positive, so 1 by x is also positive. So since the derivative is positive, so the given function is increasing. Now another question. Y is equal to sin x plus cos x when x belongs to 0 to pi closed interval. See, what is dy by dx? Derivative sin x is cos x, and derivative cos x is minus sin x. Clear? So dy by dx is equal to 0. I have told you dy by dx is equal to 0. First take dy by dx is equal to 0. That means cos x minus sin x is equal to 0. Then cos x is equal to sin x. Then divide cos x on both the sides. It will become tan x is equal to 1. So 1 is equal to tan pi by 4. That means tan theta is equal to tan alpha. And then theta is equal to n pi plus alpha for n belongs to z. Tan theta is equal to tan alpha implies theta is equal to n pi plus alpha in trigonometry equation class 11th. So I am putting n is equal to 0. If n is equal to 0, it is pi by 4. And if n is equal to 1, it is 5 pi by 4. And if n is equal to 0, it is n is equal to 2, it will be 9 pi by 4. It will be more than 2 pi. So these are the 2 points. So this is 2 pi and this is 0, and these are the 2 points, pi by 4 and 5 pi by 4. So in this interval 0 to pi by 4, put 0 to pi by 4 here, any point. That means I am taking 60 degree. So cos 60 is 1 by 2 minus sin 60 is root 3 by 2. So I am taking the LCM 2. So 1 minus root 3, it is negative. Negative, positive, negative. Alternate signs. Therefore, these are the, you should write here, sin of dy by dx. So therefore, y is increasing in pi by 4, 5 pi by 4. In this interval it is increasing and decreasing in this interval or this interval. 0 pi by 4 union 5 pi by 4 2 pi. Clear? Is there any doubt in this question? Is anybody having any doubt in this question? Y is equal to 2x cube plus 3x square minus 36x minus 7. So this type of question already I have done. Dy by dx is equal to 6x square plus 6x minus 36. So dy by dx equal to 0. That implies take 6 common, x square plus x minus 6 equal to 0. That means 6 into x plus 3, it is x minus 2 equal to 0. So it implies x is equal to 2 and minus 3. So simply draw the number line. Infinity, this is minus infinity. So 2 minus 3, that means this is minus 3, this is 2. Clear? And here this is the sign of dy by dx. And here the sign of x square is positive. So positive, negative, positive. So now you can write, therefore y is increasing in these two intervals, minus infinity minus 3 union 2 infinity, and decreasing in minus 3, 2. Another question. Y is equal to 1 by x minus 1 when x is unequal to 1. Who can tell me the answer? Decreasing. See here, dy by dx 1 by u, the derivative of 1 by u is minus 1 by u square into dy by dx, minus 1 by u square into derivative of x minus 1 is 1. See here, the square x is unequal to 1 and the square of something is non-negative, so this quantity is non-negative, and in the numerator there is a negative sign, so less than 0 for all x unequal to 1. So therefore y is decreasing. Clear? So let us take another example. Do it. Who can tell me? Increasing. Okay, let us see here. What is dy by dx? It is 8x minus 1 by x square. 8x minus 1 by x square. So dy by dx is equal to 0. It implies if we will take the LCM, it will be 8x cube minus 1 by x square. So p by q is equal to 0 means p is 0. Already I have told you. P by q is equal to 0 means p is 0. Clear? So 8x cube minus 1 equal to 0. That means 8x cube is equal to 1. So x cube is equal to 1 by 8. Implies x is equal to 1 by 2. So draw the number line. This is sine of dy by dx. So it is minus infinity, this is infinity, and the number is 1 by 2. Put a number greater than half, 5. So 5 cube into 8 minus 1 divided by x square, it is positive, so this will be negative. Therefore, y is decreasing in this interval, minus infinity 1 by 2 and increasing in 1 by 2 infinity. Okay. It is clear to you or not? How you have told that it is increasing or decreasing? You should say the interval. Because see here, if you put the 0.5 in between minus infinity and 1/2, then and here x is unequal to 0. Condition is that x is unequal to 0. Clear? So you cannot take 0. That means, see here, another point is there. You should consider the, because at 0 it is undefined. So we cannot say this one. So either you can write like this, minus infinity 1/2 minus 0. You can write like this. Okay. So at 0 it is undefined. So or this can be written as like this, because 0 is a point here. You can write like this, minus infinity 0 union 0 half. Like this also you can write. Okay. And in this interval it is increasing. It is clear to you or not? Right, another question. Y is equal to x minus 1 whole square into x plus 2, this one. So what is dy by dx? It is x minus 1 whole square and derivative x plus 2 is 1. Then plus x plus 2 is there, and what is the derivative of this one? It is 2 into x minus 1. So take x minus 1 common. It will become x minus 1 plus 2x plus 4. So it will be x minus 1, x plus x, 3x plus 3. So take 3 common, x minus 1 into x plus 1. Okay, so therefore dy by dx is equal to 0. So implies x is equal to 1 and minus 1. So you can draw the number line and you can write the answer. Okay, so this will be the number line, infinity, this is minus infinity, and minus 1, 1. So this is the sign of dy by dx, and here the sign of derivative, the sign of x square is positive, so positive, negative, positive. Now you can write, in this interval it is positive, in this interval it is positive. That means in these two intervals the function is increasing, and in this interval the function is decreasing. Again, have you patience or not? Can you sit extra 10 to 15 minutes? Or in the second class I will teach you. Can you sit 10 to 15 minutes? Hello? Only 2 students are saying that yes, sir. Okay. Sibsundapana, today I will not take your class. Today I am giving you relax because many students have not completed their problems. So do all the problems today. y is equal to ln x by x. And this question is very, very important question. See here. In JEE also this question was set. I am writing this question as like this. Ln x into 1 by x. UB. I am applying UB. It will be very easy for you. Derivative ln x is 1 by x. 1 by x into 1 by x. It is 1 by x square. UB. I am writing ln x by x like this. Ln x into 1 by x. So UB. So derivative ln x is 1 by x into 1 by x. It is 1 by x square. And I am keeping ln x constant. Then the derivative of 1 by x is minus 1 by x square. So minus 1 by x square into ln x. And take x square LCM now. So dy by dx is equal to 0. I have told you. Implies p by q is equal to 0 means p is 0. So 1 minus ln x is equal to 0. That means ln x is equal to 1 and 1 is ln e. So it implies x is equal to e. Clear? And since logarithm is there, so you cannot take the negative side. You should start from 0. Because in case of logarithmic, negative side is not required. And this point is only e. Clear? So this is sine of dy by dx. So how to test? Who can tell me? What is the value of ln 10? Who can tell me? Ln 10 is equal to 2.303 log 10 to the base 10. Ln 10 means log base e. So this one is 1. That means 2.303. Ln 10. 10 is in this side because the value of e is 2.71. So take one point in this interval 10. So ln 10 and ln 10 is equal to this one 2.303. Clear? So 1 minus 2.303 by 10 square. 1 minus 2.303 by 10 square. Because ln 10 is, already I have written, ln 10 is 2.303. So 1 minus 2.303 divided 10 square, it is negative. So since this is negative, so this will become positive. That means in this interval, it is positive, and in this interval it is negative. That means in this interval it is increasing, in this interval it is decreasing. Clear? How to do this problem? And you should do this problem very easily. Let f of x is equal to 2 sin x plus tan x minus 3x. Take 3x to left hand side. 2 sin x plus tan x minus 3x. Clear? So what is f dash x? Tell me. 2. Derivative sin x is cos x plus derivative tan x is x square x minus 3. 2 cos x plus x square x minus 3. Now put any point in this interval here. X is equal, I am taking 60 degree. It is a very easy number. Because cos 60 is 1 by 2. 2 into 1 by 2. And sec 60 is 2. 2 square, it is 4 minus 3. 2 to cancel out. So 4 plus 1, 5. 5 minus 3. It is positive. So greater than 0. For all x belongs to 0 pi by 2. Therefore, f is an increasing function. For x belongs to 0 pi by 2. And what is the meaning of this one? The meaning of this one is x is less than pi by 2 and greater than 0. The meaning of this part is x is less than pi by 2 and greater than 0. And now what is the definition of increasing function? The definition of increasing function is if x1 is less than x2, then it implies f of x1 is less than or equal to f of x2. Like this. Therefore, alternately we can write if x1 is greater than x2, that implies f of x1 is greater or equal to f of x2. We can write like this for increasing function. Either this one or this one. Same sign will remain. Here, since the function is increasing in this interval, here x is greater than 0. For x is greater than 0, f of x is greater or equal to f of 0. Clear? What is f of x? F of x is this one. 2 sin x plus tan x minus 3x is greater or equal to f of 0. F of 0 means sin 0 is 0, tan 0 is 0, 3 into 0 is 0. So greater or equal to 0. So take simply 3. Sorry, this one is 3x. So simply take minus 3x to right hand side. It will become 2 sin x plus tan x is greater or equal to 3x. So this is your proof. Clear? Do you understand or not? Is there any doubt in this question? Another question, very important question I am going to tell you for the basically for state board students. Prove that e to the power x by x to the p is strictly increasing for x is greater than p is greater than 0. The last question, this one for today's class. So f of x is equal to, let f of x is equal to e to the power x by x to the power p. I am writing this one as e to the power x into x to the power minus p. I am putting uv. Clear? So what is f dash x? Derivative of e to the power x is e to the power x into x to the power minus p. uv I am applying. Then you should keep this one constant and derivative of this one is minus p into x to the power minus p minus 1 into e to the power x. Clear? So take common. E to the power x is common and x to the power minus p is common, and x to the power minus p means x to the power p. You are taking x to the power minus p common, so it will become 1 by x to the p. So it is 1 minus p by x, because x to the minus 1 remain. X to the minus p I have taken outside and x to the minus 1 is there, so 1 by x, and here minus is there. Now it is greater than, see here, base cannot be negative, already I have told you. Base cannot be negative. So for, and it is given that this quantity is strictly increasing. For f to be strictly increasing. F dash x should be greater than 0. F dash x should be greater than 0. And that means this quantity is greater than 0. See here, that means e to the power x by x to the power p into 1 minus p by x should be greater than 0. And e to the power x is always positive. And x is positive. I have told you, base cannot be negative. So x is x to the p. So this quantity is positive. Now remain this quantity. So it implies 1 minus p by x should be greater than 0. So it implies x minus p by x should be greater than 0. And since x is greater than 0, why you are taking x is greater than 0? Because base cannot be negative. So since x is greater, see here, p by q is positive. Under what condition p by q is positive? If both are of same sign. Either both will be negative or both will be positive. And if since x is positive, so this quantity should be positive. Since x is greater than 0, x minus p should be greater than 0. That means x is greater than p, and which is greater than 0. Why you are taking p is greater than 0? Why you are taking p is greater than 0? If p will be negative, then what will happen? If p will be negative, what will happen? Can you tell me? What will happen if p will be negative? Who can tell me? I have proved that x is greater than 0 and I am directly writing it is greater than 0. Why? Can you tell me? No one can say. For example, if p is negative, let us take p is equal to minus 2. So now then what will happen? X minus of minus 2, that means x plus 2 by x is greater than 0. That means since x is positive, so x plus 2 is greater than 0. That means x should be greater than minus 2. X should be greater than minus 2. Clear? X is greater than positive minus 2. And here x should be greater than minus 2. X should be greater than minus 2 and x is positive. X is positive and it should be greater than minus 2. If we will only take x is equal to greater than minus 2, it will become minus 1 also. But what is the intersection? This one is minus 2, this one is 0. The denominator is x is greater than 0. And the numerator is x is greater than minus 2. So what is the intersection? X is greater than 0. That means for intersection x and p must be greater than 0. If p will be negative, it is meaningless. Nothing will happen. So p must be positive. Okay. So I have done certain problems of the state board from the state board book also, and also I have done problems from R.D. Sharma. So please complete the exercises, and if there will be any doubt, then please ask me, okay, in the next class. So thank you all of you, and good night everybody.